Labor Government's commitment around Sustainability Victoria is to refocus the organisation back on that broader remit around supporting and assisting our communities with climate change. We will maintain the work in waste and recycling, but as that sort of beds down in terms of planning, the planning function at least, that allows us to sort of broaden the scope back out to community as well. Specifically, there's not many changes in terms of government direction around waste and recycling. Certainly a much greater focus on waste avoidance, which is less relevant to infrastructure, but is relevant, I guess, in the context of these things. A stronger focus on diversion from landfill, which was something that the infrastructure plan was heading towards in any event. And the government has committed to introduce a ban on e-waste. And the timing around that, e-waste can include anything from white goods to what we traditionally think of as TVs, computers, etc., electronic equipment, which is part of a national stewardship scheme. The sort of timeframes for that are yet to be determined by the Minister and the Government, but there is a commitment in the Labor environment policy to do that work. It's fantastic to see some leadership from companies like FMR, but there are others out there and they're actively pursuing this space, which is trying to improve technologies, improve innovation and look at efficiencies in the system and seeing themselves really as manufacturers of product and materials, not just companies that process waste. Some of the debates that we're seeing around actively contested space, so particularly around those hubs that have congregated around the larger landfills on the outskirts of Melbourne, are not just debates about we don't want this in our backyard, even though it's there. It's about the longevity of the asset, it's about how the asset's run, it's about its compliance rates, but it's also about actually we want to see better than landfill. And I think our state and an economy like Victoria's deserves better. That's something that hopefully is a bit of a thought starter and something that we can discuss later on during the lunch. Enjoy your lunch. Thanks.